Welcome to Nerdbox Fight Night, where the darkest corners of the horror genre collide in a battle for supremacy. We're going to break down the tale of the tape for characters within the horror genre as they battle to the death. I'm Dave.
And I'm Noah.
And we've got one hell of a movie that's coming to theaters, and that's going to be a real slobber knocker, and that movie is Stream.
Oh, you better believe it. Forget about the silver medalist in Shooter in Paris. The real summer games are starting August 21st in theaters near you.
Yeah, there's some shenanigans going on in the Paris games, but not in Stream. The real summer games where blood on the ground equals points.
It is a family vacation turned into a goddamn slaughterhouse. A peaceful getaway turns into a death match. It's unbelievable.
That's right. This ain't no picnic in the park. We're talking about four maniacs on a killing spree. They've locked these folks in a hotel and they're playing a sick game.
Could you imagine a family just trying to reconnect and then BAM! They get thrown into the lion's den. The Keenan family, they're just regular folk, minding their own business, and now they're fighting for their lives. It's a disgrace, I tell you.
You know, this isn't a time for sympathy. This is survival of the fittest, and the Keenan family's gotta fight like cornered rats if they expect to see another sunrise.
You are absolutely right. They have to unleash the inner warrior if they expect to make it through the night. And let me tell you, I wouldn't want to be those killers when Mama Keen's out on the rampage.
Well, we're in for a heck of a film on the 21st, and let's see if the Keenan family and any of the other guests can survive this nightmare.
And believe me, I'm gonna be there opening night. I'm gonna be the back row August 21st through every bone-crunching, blood-splattering scene. I am so excited and I can't wait to see it.
And ladies and gentlemen, let's break down these brave combatants in Stream.
And don't forget that for every video this summer that gets 100 likes and subscribers this summer, as I just said, will be eligible to receive this Blu-ray Puppet Master box set.
Blood on the ground means points on the board. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we are running a game. Our game, I admit, is a rather unusual one, but I can assure you that it will be far more entertaining than anything you have ever been a part of. So, buckle up. Let's play ball!
Okay, folks, we're starting with the Keenan family, a family that is just like mine and yours, just with a twist.
This is gonna be a snooze fest. I don't care about no Keens. I'm here for the big boys, the real stars of the film, not the killbait.
Look, Noah, these folks are the stars of their own ring, the ring of life.
Let me sum this family up for you so we can get to the juicy part of the story. You got a guy who thinks he's the king of the castle, but his castle's crumbling. We got a wife who's trying to hold the fort, and we got two kids. One's a ticking time bomb, and the other, a little genius who might be the next Einstein, or maybe the next hacker.
Would you stop? Let's start with the mother, Elaine. She's the backbone of the family, the one who keeps everything together. A real strong woman.
Strong? She's probably got a whip in her closet to keep her workaholic husband in line.
Noah!
What? It's the truth. Tell me you weren't thinking it too.
Let's move on to Roy Keenan. He's a middle manager, which means he's the guy who takes the blame when things go wrong, and never gets the credit when things go right. A real-life underdog, if you will.
An underdog? More like an underachiever. He's a real pencil pusher, Dave. A guy who thinks he's got the world by the balls, but he's really just hanging on by a pube. He's got a family to take care of, and he's probably too busy counting his pennies to be a real man.
That's harsh. He's clearly trying his best. He's a family man, after all.
Family man? Family man.
Yeah.
He's a workaholic. He's missing out on all the fun stuff, like throwing a ball with his kids or losing at Connect Four.
Don't count him out, Noah. There's a fire that's burning deep down inside this man. A desire to protect his family.
Yeah, well, he better hope that fire doesn't get extinguished by his melodramatic daughter, Taylor. She's a spitfire, a rebel without a pause button.
A tough cookie, no doubt, but underneath that rebellious exterior, there's a heart of gold.
Gold? More like platinum. Platinum-plated attitude. She's got a chip on her shoulder bigger than the size of Texas. Thinks she's gonna be the next rock star, but more than likely she's gonna be the next jailbird.
You're ridiculous. Then there's Kevin, a young genius, a kid with a brain that's light years ahead of his age.
Ah, yes, a little snot-nosed know-it-all. If you ask me, he's probably gonna grow up to be a hacker and steal all of your money.
Noah!
What? I'm just saying.
Oh, boy. Well, it seems like we painted a real colorful picture of the Keenan family.
Well, they're losers. That's just what they are. And everyone's gonna see that when the players come out. Especially player number 2, skipping through my dreams.
You know, my money has to be on Kevin, the tech whiz. He's clearly the dark horse here to survive.
Well, of course you would think that, Dave. He's the one who fixes the remote. If you ask me, you have to go with Elaine. So real Iron Lady, that one. Tougher than a $2 steak, especially dealing with that family.
Well, you know, Noah, either way, this family is a powder keg just waiting to explode. And we're going to get that on opening night when we're there. The whole thing right up there on the big screen. Now let's move on to the guests in the hotel.
Nobody cares about the kill bait. Let's just get on to the players already.
Would you just settle down? We'll get to them in just a bit. Now let's break down these colorful cast of characters, a real motley crew if you ask me.
Oh, you can say that again. A real zoo. You got everything from a washed-up detective to a bunch of horny goofballs.
Let's start with the old-timers, shall we? We got Dave Burnham, a former detective. Now this guy's got a mystery about him. Disheveled, paranoid loner, but also seems like a guy you would want in your corner.
A loner, huh? Probably smells like cigarettes and talcum powder. I bet he's got secrets, Dave. Dark, dirty little secrets.
Oh boy. And then there's Linda, the hotel owner. A real grandma type. Warm and cuddly. But don't let that fool you. She's seen it all.
Oh yeah, she's a real saint. Probably bakes cookies and knits sweaters in her spare time.
Noah, show some respect. How about we just talk about the young bucks in this film? We got Theo, the French romantic. Charming, smooth, but a bit of a dork.
Ooh, a ladies' man, this one, but don't be fooled. He's probably got a secret weakness for cheese or something.
Oh boy, and then there's his buddy, Lewis. Now there is a piece of work, a real jerk, immature and just plain stupid.
There you go. Now we're talking. A classic heel, that one. Always causing trouble, always looking for a cheap shot. He's kind of the guy who'd steal your wallet and then offer to buy you a drink with your money.
We got Amy, the quiet, focused one. Could be a hidden powerhouse, you know.
Or maybe she's just boring. She's a bookworm. A total nerd. Quiet, reserved, the type who'd rather solve a Rubik's Cube than do anything else.
Hey, she's probably a deep thinker. She's also described as focused and career-oriented. Maybe she's got something going on for her.
Focus?
Yeah.
On what? Balancing pencils? She's fucking more protractors than friends.
Alright, let's move on. How about this Sebastian fellow? He's a different story.
Oh yeah, now we're talking. The one who thinks he's hot stuff. He's like a peacock strutting around, thinking he's better than everyone else. You know, real good guy.
Well, he does seem to be the leader of the group.
Leader? More like a dictator. He's probably the one who picks the movies, the restaurants, and even what color everyone's underwear is.
Look, he's described as the mature one of the group, so the guest at this hotel might have a chance.
Mature? Mature? Really?
Yeah.
That's like calling a puppy a lion. Sure, it may bark, might scratch, but it's still gonna piss on the carpet.
Boy. How about Sarah? Attractive, athletic, partier. She's the wild card, isn't she?
Wild card? More like a grenade with her pin pulled out. She's ready to explode at any moment, and don't get me started on the kinky side.
Oh boy, well, she's definitely not boring.
No, she's kind of just a disaster waiting to happen. She's a nervous wreck. Probably the one who spills drinks and then locks herself in the bathroom after doing so.
Come on, Noah, just give her a break already.
A break? Do you want me to give her a horse tranquilizer too?
How about Michelle? Nervous, shy, ditzy, a classic sidekick.
Ah, yes. The comic relief, Dave. The one who always messes up good for a laugh, I suppose.
Bruce, the owner of the theater at least?
Bruce, the big cheese of the theater? The real people pleaser? A two-faced weasel, if you ask me. He's all smiles and handshakes, but mark my words, there's a snake in that grass. A backstabbing wannabe thespian.
Now, Noah, let's not try to be so harsh. He's a pillar of the community.
Pillar of the community?
Yeah.
He's a phony! He's probably got more skeletons in his closet than a cemetery.
And there's Jimmy, the mysterious usher.
Mysterious? More like a little creepy. I mean, he's probably the one with pulling all the strings. A puppet master in disguise, if you will.
Okay, I've had enough of this. Let's talk about the bad guys. We got Howard, a loudmouth, obnoxious rich guy. He thinks he's hot stuff, but he's all bark and no bite.
He's the kind of guy who cut a weird shape in a pie just to mess with you, you know?
Oh my god, square pie shape out of a pie in the middle of it? Who does that?
It's ridiculous.
And his wife Donna, she seems to be the only adult in the room, trying to keep the ship afloat.
Listen, all I'm saying is I wouldn't want her job for all the Bitcoin in the world. And that's, like $55,000 per Bitcoin, just saying.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
Well, Noah, this is certainly a interesting bunch of characters.
Okay, well, we talked about the chum in the water. Now let's talk about the sharks that are chasing them around. The players. Starting with Mr. Lockwood, our master of ceremonies for the film.
We got ourselves a real piece of work here. This Mr. Lockwood, he's a slick operator, ain't he?
Oh, you betcha, Dave. This guy's a real class act. This guy's got more cream than a box of chocolates, and he's about as sweet, too. But don't let that fool you. He's got darkness lurking under that smooth exterior.
You're absolutely right, Noah. He's like a cobra in a tuxedo. Calm, collected, but ready to strike when you least expect it.
And, let's not forget, he's the mastermind behind the whole Twisted Game Night. The guy's got a sick sense of humor, if you think about it. Yeah, I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if he's got a hidden dungeon down there somewhere.
A dungeon, huh?
Yeah.
You think he's got a torture chamber down there?
Who knows, Dave? Who knows? All we know for sure is this guy is dangerous. Now, on to his 4 horsemen of the slasher apocalypse. Player 1. Now, this guy is something else. A ninja on steroids. He moves like the wind. I'm telling you, Dave, this guy is the silent killer. He's gonna be the boogeyman of this movie.
Noah, I think you're right. He's a force to be reckoned with, a true enigma.
And how about player 2? Talk about a showman. Skinny and lanky. He's like a snake in the grass. Sneaky, but with a flair for the dramatic. He's the yin to player 3's yang.
Yeah, player 3, athletic, fluid, and crazy. A real dynamo, that one.
A dynamo, you say? This girl is dynamite. She's gonna be flying through the air doing all flips and twists. It's gonna be a spectacle. A pure spectacle.
Yeah, she's a bundle of dynamite. I can see her pulling off some crazy kills in this one.
Let's not forget about player 4, the behemoth. It's a giant mountain of a man. This guy's pure power. I can't wait to see him lay waste to his opponents.
You know, Noah, these players are going to make for an exciting movie. And we haven't even covered all of the characters. And from what I hear, there's a few surprises yet.
I do like surprises. And let me tell you, I cannot wait to see those surprises and the chaos that these players are going to absolutely unleash on these Keens. It's going to be so amazing. So make sure you get your tickets for August 21st.
Yeah, pre-order them now, because the more you get these tickets early and in advance, the more screenings that this movie will get.
That is true.
Not like big Hollywood, they buy screens. The independent films, they have to fight for space, and that's what sure helps.
Yeah, Big Daddy's taking all the change. Make sure you leave some for the small cats.
Yeah. Now, if you want to see another episode of Nerdbox Fight Night where we cover 80s slashers, who's the king of the kings in the 80s slasher movies? We all know it's going to be Freddy Krueger, but we'll be here to go ahead and narrate that for you.
It's Jason. But that's fine. It's Jason.
He winked at the end, damn it.
Yep, and Robert Englund said himself that it was Jason.
That's just because he's a nice guy.
Yeah, I bet that's why he said it.
Anyway.
He admitted defeat.
He did not. But I digress. Let us know in the comments if you want to see the tale of the tape for 80 slashers, and we'll be back here to navigate through some fights and then deliver the bone-chilling results for that. And don't forget to drop some likes, share the video, spread the love for stream.
What the hell's going on, Dave? I thought you said you paid the bills.
Oh my god!
Is that who I think it is? He's been gone for years.
I can't believe who it is!
Let the struggle begin.
Blood on the ground means points on the board.